Hi, Mrs. Linder. This is Griffin Barta from Third Hour. My paper is about women's rights. The title of my paper is Women Deserve Equality. In my paper, I talk about different activist groups that help out women to aid them in living a happier life. Also, I talk about the punishments that women get from not wearing proper clothing in public or doing the wrong thing in public. On the other hand, I talk about other countries that are going towards Sharia law or Islamic law and how they are trying to create like a crimeless society. My first goal was advanced searches. At first, I was using Google, Bing, and Yahoo answer searches on other previous papers that I've written. But when you showed us different websites such as Google Scholar, Michigan Electronic Library, Gale, which you cannot access unless you're on school computers, or Global Issues and Context, which you cannot access either. I use these to help me get better information from scholars and doctors and writers that have actually been there. I used the advanced search button, and some of the words that I put into the advanced search were such as women's rights, Islamic law, or Sharia law. I also put in Iran because that was a specific region I was looking at. But after using these databases, I feel like my searching skills have improved. I find better data that can help me support my topic a little bit better. My second goal was about spelling and punctuation. And at first, my sentences weren't very good. They were kind of boring. They didn't have any punctuation such as like exclamation points, commas, semicolons, etc. But in class, you handed us those papers that we practiced using colons, semicolons, commas. And I did those. I kept doing those at home. Tried looking online for different websites that I could try to enhance my writing to make it sound better, have better flow to it, sound more intelligent. In my first few rough drafts, I didn't really use colons and commas and such, but I started to experiment them in my final rough drafts, and I think it helped out a lot, made my writing sound better. Also, I tried to incorporate better transitions from paragraph to paragraph so it sounded more intelligent and helped me sound more of scholar-like writing. Also, I went from using words such as good or better to outstanding, awesome, amazing, and words such as in conclusion to words such as to conclude my thinking. Also, I did not use words such as first, second, finally. I use words such as likewise, otherwise, and such. My final goal was to make a better counter argument. Before I got into this class, I didn't write with a counter argument, which wasn't very good. It made my papers weak, made teachers not like my papers that much. I did all right in classes, but not very well. At first, when we were using counter arguments, my counter arguments weren't very strong. But you gave us those practice ACT writes at the beginning of the year, even in first try. And as I did those, they got better. And a little bit ago, I took the ACT and I got the results back, and I got a 9 out of 12 on the writing, which I thought was pretty good for how my writing used to be. I used a very good counter argument, and that aided me to make a better paper. For mine, I used a counter argument from Gale database, talking about the British, how they are using the Sharia law. By using the databases as well, I could find better stats to help me aid the counter argument my counter argument by the end I felt was pretty well done. At the beginning it was a little choppy, sentences weren't flowing very well. I couldn't really put it in my own words, but after you helped me out, my counterclaim or counter argument was a lot better. The words flowed better, and I just felt like I improved on that a good amount. This process of writing this paper was definitely very long, very tiring. Spent a few hours at home every night writing the paper, just throwing pieces of paper away, rewriting and rewriting. But in the end, I felt like this paper helped me improve my writing, not only just for research papers, but for other papers in the future, in college, writing papers or presentations for my further jobs after college. But I would like to say thank you for helping me out in my advanced searches, counterclaim, and using better punctuation and making my sentences flow better. Have a good weekend, Miss Linder.